Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Sundays at Tiffany's. Today's video is a super cozy and relaxing fall cook with me. I'm cooking all of the things that I've been craving. I'm really excited because I got Kristen Cavallari's new cookbook named True Comfort. So I'm gonna be making one of the meals out of there, as well as some other delicious things. We have crock pot potato soup, which is like a cheesy, bacony, also adding some broccoli in there. Delicious, delicious soup. It's a great comfort food and perfect for fall. Slow roasted chicken. This is coming from Kristen's cookbook. Butternut squash pasta, which sounds amazing. And for my sweet tooth, we are making a berry sauce that we can put over top of oatmeal for the mornings and things like that. We are making apple donuts, pumpkin syrup to go on our coffee, and some homemade apple cider. So stay tuned if any of that sounds good to you. So the very first thing that I'm gonna do is just get all of my ingredients together, starting with washing our produce. Okay, so the first thing I'm starting with is the chicken, since that needs to go on 200 degrees for 9 hours because it's a slow roasted chicken. I spared you guys the details, but there's a whole chicken in here. And now I just need to go chop up all the ingredients that go on that. Yep, that just flew across the kitchen. Alrighty guys, oh, sorry if you're vegan or don't eat meat, but this already smells amazing. I'm really proud of myself to be able to do this because I haven't really been a big meat eater in my pregnancy, but I was really craving this after reading Kristen's cookbook. So we're gonna put this in the oven now. I'm gonna cover it, and then we're gonna put it in the oven for 9 hours on 200 degrees. I forgot 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, so I'm gonna go add that now. Whoopsies. Took a brief little break for mom life, but now I'm gonna start on our crock pot cheesy potato broccoli soup. Okay, so before I start peeling my potatoes, I'm gonna start cooking some bacon for our soup. Alright, while I'm just waiting for this last batch of bacon, I'm going to get started on cutting up our squash for our pasta dish. Okay, so the bacon is ready. My kids stole like half of it. But now I'm using that same grease to cook our onions in. It doesn't get better than that. I drained all of the grease out of here, putting this right in here. This is gonna make our soup taste so delicious. So I'm just pouring that right in. And 8 pieces of bacon, so I cut these in half, so there's 16 here. 8 pieces of bacon. The other bacon I'll use as our topping. And then we're adding some chicken stock. I just wanna make sure I have enough to cover everything. And I'll have these recipes linked below, of course. Yeah, I think that'll be plenty of liquid, but we can always add more later. And now I'm gonna put this on high for 3 to 4 hours. I'll let you know once we do it. All right, so now we're starting on our squash and sausage dish. The first thing that we're gonna do is cook the squash, and I kind of just am using the same, hi Carter, just creeping in the background. I'm using the same dish that the bacon and onion was cooked in, because why wouldn't I? That would be so good. So we're gonna cook the squash first and go from there. Some water waiting to boil. I took out my squash. It's not completely cooked, it's just more like caramelized and browned. And now I'm just going to cook up some sweet Italian sausage. I'm gonna take it out of the casing just because we don't need it. Okay, so this is all cooked. I'm gonna add my butternut squash back to this. Wow. We're doing 1 1/4 cup of chicken stock. I have 1/4 cup of white wine. This is just cooking wine. Sorry. This is witching hour in my house. Really loud. And then 2 cloves of garlic. I'm also adding a little bit of sage, not too much. Okay, so I have my pasta and sausage and squash all combined into a baking dish that I sprayed. The recipe that I've been loosely following calls for Gruyere cheese, but I'm using Italian because I just know that like my kids will like it and all of that, so. My chicken out for a second. It's looking really, really good though, because I'm gonna broil that cheese really quick, so it'll be fine. Dinner was delicious, and I'm so excited to eat this for lunch tomorrow too. Now we are moving on to our sweet stuff, and we are making warm berry sauce first. So I'm basically just making this to have over oatmeal for tomorrow morning and hopefully the next morning as well. I don't know how much you'll actually need. It's my first time making it. So if it's super sweet, I would use less. Okay, so I'm doubling this recipe. So I'm doing 2 cups of blueberries. Gonna do the arrowroot powder that I dissolved. So for this I used 2 tablespoons, right? Yeah, 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder with 1 tablespoon of water. And basically arrowroot powder is like, I knew I was gonna get something on my belly, is like cornstarch but healthier. We're doing 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. 6 tablespoons of maple syrup. Seems like a lot. I might do less of that because I don't like super sweet. I'll do 5. Okay, I was just looking over this again and it says to add the arrowroot powder later. So hopefully I didn't screw it up too bad. We'll see. But I'm supposed to let this come to a boil and simmer. All right, so while I'm waiting for that to simmer, I'm gonna start on our apple cider. So you need 10 Gala or Fuji apples. I got, what did I get? I think I mixed the 2. Okay, so this is how our blueberry topping looks delicious. I'm gonna actually take that off and put it away now. And then we're just gonna wait till this comes to a boil. Miss Ella and I are going to make apple spice donuts, right? Yeah. So the first thing we need to do, according to Pinterest, is combine the sugar, eggs, applesauce, vegetable oil, and vanilla extract. Now I'm making Kristen's pumpkin spice syrup. It's really, really easy. So I have 1.5 cups of coconut sugar in here. And then I'm just adding 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of cloves, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm also adding 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree. So for our donut glaze, I just did a cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. Been an hour, and now I'm adding 1/2 cup of coconut sugar, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of allspice, finally back to the crock pot. Chris and I liked the donuts. We didn't think they were great. The kids loved them, but they're definitely not my favorite. 4 hours on high, and I'm adding 2/3 cup of heavy cream.
Mama, are you making
that soup? And it calls for 1 cup of cheddar, but you know, I don't really measure cheese that much. 1 cup, a little bit more. 1.5 cups. Kids are asleep, I can like talk to you in silence and without like all the chaos going on in the background. But it's around 9 o'clock right now. Got myself nice and cozy in my jammies. The chicken still has a couple hours, and the apple cider still has a half an hour, it looks like. The soup was delicious. Chris tried it, so he's having his second dinner right now. But I'm excited to have it tomorrow as well. I'll probably have leftovers for lunch and then have that for dinner tomorrow. Both heat up really, really well. But now I'm going to try out that syrup that we just made, the pumpkin spice syrup. I'm going to use it in a decaf chai tea latte. And then if it's good, I'll use it tomorrow morning in my coffee as well. So I'm just going to put some oat milk in my frother here. Okay, update. That syrup is absolutely amazing. You have to make it. So it's officially been 2 more hours and our apple cider is done. So I'm just gonna take all the solids out and pretty much just strain out the liquid. And I'm saving the apples to make apple butter tomorrow. And our chicken is also finally done after 9 hours. It looks and smells delicious. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and tag me on Instagram if you make any of these recipes at t.beaston. And now I'm going to pass out.
Don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul. I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life. You'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation.